Hello and welcome. I'm Exolite and this is my channel. And today I'm going to take you to some of the creepiest places in the United States. Before we get started, if you would please give this video a thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed and you would like to be, please consider doing so. And when you do, please give the bell a ring because that'll notify you when my content goes live. All right, let's start in Alabama, shall we? Opened from 1882 to 1971, the National Historic Landmark in Birmingham was once the world's largest manufacturer of pig iron, though this achievement came at a cost. Working conditions at the plant were miserable, particularly from 1900 to 1906, under the reign of a graveyard shift foreman named James Wormwood, who went by Slag. Wormwood pushed his workers to take dangerous risks to speed up production, and 47 workers died during his reign, while many others were injured. The foreman himself died by falling into a pool of molten steel, and his spirit is said to have a lingering presence in the building. Workers complained of an unnatural presence at the plant, as well as being pushed from behind or told to get back to work by a mysterious voice. All in all, more than 100 reports of suspected paranormal activity at Sloss Furnaces have been recorded by the Birmingham police. Let's go to Alaska. Established in 1898, the Red Onion Saloon in Skagway was a popular brothel during the Klondike Gold Rush, and today is said to be haunted by one of the women who worked there. Known as Lydia, the resident ghost has reportedly been spotted running down a hall into a room occupied by the madam. Others claim to have smelled her perfume or to have experienced extreme cold spots. The Red Onion Saloon offers a ghosts and good time girls walking tour, which gives guests a closer look at the establishment's history. Moving on down to Arizona. The Yuma Territorial Prison held more than 3,000 murderers, thieves, and other criminals during its 33 years in operation from 1876 to 1909. More than 100 of them died on the premises. Guides have reported feeling a chill near cell 14, where a prisoner named John Ryan committed suicide. Another unsettling spot is known as the dark cell, where disruptive inmates were held in isolation. While no one is known to have died in the dark cell, 2 inmates were transferred to an insane asylum shortly after being released from there. Visitors to Yuma Territorial Prison can get a closer look at the cell blocks, guard tower, and more. We're going to hop on over to Connecticut. Now a National Historic Landmark, this Hartford residence, once home to the author Samuel Clemens, a.k.a. Mark Twain, and his family from 1874 to 1891, penning some of his most well-known works here, including The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. The author called these some of the happiest and most productive years of his life. However, after his daughter Susie died of meningitis in 1896, the Clemens family was too heartbroken to continue living in the house, and they sold it. Today, the home is maintained as a museum, and it is said to be haunted by, what else? A lady in white. In October, visitors can see for themselves during the graveyard shift ghost tours, filled with haunted history, dark tales, and Victorian traditions. These nighttime tours are as educational as they are goosebump-inducing. We're going to jump to Delaware. Set on Pea Patch Island, Fort Delaware served as a Union prison camp during the Civil War, housing as many as 12,595 Confederate prisoners of war at one time in reportedly dreadful conditions. Inmates had no beds or water to wash with, and they were forced to sleep on cold stone floors amongst the vermin. Fort Delaware was abandoned in 1944, and it became a state park in 1951, but its dark history has made it a popular spot for paranormal enthusiasts. The dungeons where prisoners were held is said to be a particularly active spot. Each October, Diamond State ghost investigators host a paranormal hunt through the fort. Moving on over to Florida. Completed in 1874 and still active to this day, the St. Augustine Lighthouse is said to be haunted by several former keepers and their families. The most famous ghosts of the lighthouse are two young sisters, Eliza and Mary, who drowned in the nearby water. Their laughter can supposedly be heard at the top of the tower late at night, while Eliza has been spotted on the grounds wearing the same blue dress that she died in. For paranormal enthusiasts, the Dark of the Moon tour takes visitors inside the lighthouse tower and the keeper's house at night. We're going to hop up to Georgia. Featured on the cover of the best-selling novel Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, which is also a good movie, by the way. Bonaventure Cemetery in Savannah is hauntingly beautiful, with its stately trees, lush Spanish moss, and a Gothic-style tombstones. Visitors have reported paranormal activity in the cemetery for years. Some say that the statue of a girl named Gracie, who died of pneumonia at the age of 6, cries tears of blood at night. Others claim to have heard sounds of children playing with no children in sight, or to have seen statues smiling or grimacing at them. All right, that's it for today. There'll be more if you're interested in this topic. Thank you for coming, and good night.